I always wait a little while because for some reason it seems to cut off the beginning of the live stream, so I always wait about 10 seconds now before starting to talk. Hello everyone, how are we? Are we okay? Are we ready for another look at what's just landed at Cosmic Toys, hey? What do I have to show you? I'm upstairs because there's a few vintage pieces that I've put in the vintage cabinets upstairs. It's why I'm huffing and puffing, because I've just come up the stairs. So we'll I've got the keys ready so I can open the cabinets and you don't just have to look through grimy glass at the stuff. So hey up Josh, how we doing? I'm well, thanks mate, how are you? Right, you know, I do love that little display there. Mecha Godzillas. No, they're not new. They're not new. New pieces that have just gone into these cabinets here. We've got the old Corgi James Bond Moonraker shuttle there. It is complete as well. Look, it's got the satellite inside it. You see there? All complete. Only problem it's really got is part of the sticker's gone there. That's a shame. That's a shame. And yeah, there's the two Space 1999 Eagle transports there as well. This one, obviously it's not the one with that kind of transport pod. It's the one with the toxic waste barrels. Now it's got 3 of the 4 barrels, but it does also magnet, which is normally missing. So that's cool. It's got some wear. You know, overall it's in very good condition, but it does have some wear to the paintwork at the back there. And then we've got the green one, again, complete with the pod, which is nice. Both of them have got the thrusters all the way around as well, which those things usually break off. This one, again, complete with the pod, but some of the paint's worn off, you know, the red paint on the pod. This one does have a couple of spots where the metal's corroded a little bit, so it could do with cleaning up somewhat, but still nice to have complete ones. So yeah, 3 vintage pieces there. That's a start. Twang! Hello Joe, how are you? Hope you're well, sir. Went up in this cabinet. No, I don't think there was anything else that went in there. Where else have I been sticking stuff today? Oh, you know, did I put anything in these? I don't think I did. I don't think I did. No, I took something out of one of these. That's what I'm thinking of. I don't think I put anything in these either. To be fair, there wasn't a great deal of vintage with the collection that I bought in. I did buy someone's collection last week. Sorry, I've not been looking at the chats. Joe came in and said, hello. Obscure entertainment. What is the typical shelf life of an unopened can of paint thinner? And do temperature changes impact paint thinner's shelf life and effectiveness? I haven't got a blooming clue. I'm sorry. Hello, Phil. How are you? The Space 1999s, I've got 65 each on them. And hello, Zombie Hunter. How are you doing, sir? How's life down under? Was there anything that went into these cabinets? No, there wasn't. I think it was just those few die-cast pieces that I brought up from that collection, actually. So let's move on downstairs now. Very, very short stint upstairs. Oh! Now, this is a vintage piece that came in as part of that collection. Apparently, this is the guy's favourite piece from his entire collection as well, which is strange. It's a vintage 1980 Superman 2 lap tray. So you see it would fold out and go across your lap and you could eat your TV dinners at the sofa. Lovely condition for the kind of item that it is. And nice, bright, vibrant colours on there. Tiny little bit there where the print's gone, but other than that, very, very nice. So yeah, unusual piece there, unusual piece. Oh, so how's life for everyone? Let's go downstairs and see what I've got down here. There's the biggest portion of the collection I'll save to the end, but there are some weird pieces in and amongst it all. So first up, there's a couple of Star Wars pieces here. Martin will get excited about those later. Maybe not that, but Lego Mech. This is actually a current piece, so he's obviously picked this up quite recently. Luke Skywalker X-Wing mech suit, and a very nice die-cast Millennium Falcon there. This is cool. It was a Disney Store exclusive and came out around about the time of The Last Jedi, but it is, or Force Awakens maybe, but it is the original trilogy Falcon. It's got the round dish on top there rather than the square one. So yeah, that's a cool one, is that? Hello Joe, Spectrum Flipper, how are you? How are you doing, sir? Have we got any more pieces? It's funny, I did plan this out in my head, but because I don't actually write a script, it's gone. Got an Optimus Prime! Woohoo! Hot Wheels Optimus Prime. Right, we got a couple of pieces here that came in. These actually came in a little while ago, but I don't think I've ever got around to showing you them. Yes, they are items that I ordered from Japan. We've got some Ultraman vehicles there. These are Think Puppet type things, all in gold. And yeah, they're from Ultraman Festival 99, so they're quite, well, they're exclusive to that event, and they're quite hard to find now. Dave, Reanimator, hello. Cannot stop the King's Chariot. I wouldn't dare to try King's Chariot. And we've got some Masked Rider vinyl figures there. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they're from the original Masked Rider series. Obviously, not vintage, not original 60s toys, but based on that design, I think, anyway. There's a box full. The collection came with a load of DVDs that I didn't really want. That entire box there is ram-packed with them. Yeah, I'm not going to go through all them. What else did we get in? It came with an Alpha Flight, did this collection. Alpha Flight Marvel Legends box set, which I think this might have been a Comic-Con exclusive at some point. He actually bought this off me not too long ago. Well, maybe about a year ago. And he's not even had them out of the box, even though he planned to. Still got my price ticket on it there from when he bought it. So yeah, you get most of the crew. You don't get the main guy. What was he called? What was he called now, the main guy? The man version of her. Either way, he was already available separately, so they didn't release him in the box set. But yeah, you've got Snowbird, Shaman, Aurora, Vindicator, Puck, and North Star. And can you believe that for Puck, they once did him as a Build-A-Figure? That tiny little thing was a Build-A-Figure once before. Mental. Absolutely mental. Bit hidden away up there, there's a Henshin Cyborg. Very, very nice piece is that one. It has been out of the box, but only to sort of like look at. It's minty. Very, very minty. Which it's what's really, really odd is I had just ordered one of these and I was waiting for it to come from Japan. And it finally came, and it wasn't quite what I was expecting. No, it was a little bit smaller than I was expecting. It was, yeah, so even though the one that I ordered from Japan was smaller than expected, at least I managed to get a full-size one. At the time, just to give you an idea. Look at that. I thought I was getting one of those, and it was that. I guess now I understand why it was so damn cheap. Right, the biggest bulk of the collection was these. And wow. What a substantial... In fact, I say substantial. It's not just substantial. It's complete. It's the Horus Heresy. Every single novel from the Horus Heresy series. So you've got all 54 of the paperbacks here. And they're all in order. I'm told that all but 4 of them are first editions as well. Now, some of these go for ridiculous amounts of money. And, well, I'm really reluctant to break the setup. I think to start with, I will try selling them as a complete set. Because he's been getting these since I first started publishing them. And I don't want to sort of like sell all the expensive ones and be left with the dross. Do you know what I mean? But for a full set of these, you're looking at $1,000. And they have been selling at that as well, which is madness. And that's not including the hardcovers, which is the Siege of Terror, which was the end of the Horus Heresy. These ones are all hardback. Again, all first editions. Now, you can kind of tell which of these he's read, because you can see on the spine there's some wear, and the wear kind of stops around about here, and all the rest of them, oh no, maybe not that one, that one's got some creasing on it, but then the rest of them are all like new, you know, absolutely minty. So he definitely never got to the Siege of Terror. And yes, again, that's another full set which I'll probably be selling as a full set. What else have I got to show you? Ooh. Let's head over. I'm going to turn the lights on in the cabinets because I haven't done yet. Let's oh, they've gone blue. And we'll move over to this one. Oh, I think I've just given you a spoiler there, haven't I? Need 2 hands for this. There we go. And last one. So yeah, I'll flick you back around again. Yeah, cabinets there. We had a load of Thanos Funko Pops. We've got the great big one there. Excuse wobbly hands. We've got the movie moment sets. He obviously had a bit of a thing for Thanos, because these all came off the same person. The Warhammer books, the Space 99 Eagles, the Moonraker, these Thanos Funko Pops. I like that one with the throne. The Gauntlet there, Marvel Legends Infinity Gauntlet, all came off the same person. All part of the same collection. And it was full of all sorts of stuff. There was, such as this, great big massive universe wall chart for Marvel, unused. There were loads of graphic novels, there were loads of comics. I'm not going to take you into the book room and show you all them. That'll take me ages to find which ones they were. And yes, the Game of Jaws, that was delivered last week. These by NECA. I'm not going to say a reproduction of the original game because they are completely different. But it's the same idea as the one in the 70s, but much, much more detail on them. Sorry, I've not been looking at the chat. I don't think I've missed anything. It's just everyone saying hello to each other. That's cool. But yeah, look at some of the accessories that you've got to try and get into the mouth of the shark. Obviously, the goal is to try and get everything in there, one piece at a time. And then when it does eventually go snap, that's who loses. So yeah, awesome thing. I love the artwork, which is the original artwork from the movie poster. Can't go wrong with that, can you? What else did we get? I'm going to leave that like that for now. to go with these, we did get a couple of figures. That's right. We've got Quint celebrating the 50th anniversary of Jaws. There we go. Awesome figure, is that? If I show you the box artwork there's less light reflection from the plastic. But as usual with these NECA figures, loads of accessories. Machete, baseball. I don't know what a baseball bat's going to do against a great white shark. But he comes with one. He's got his rifle there and multiple head swaps. Very, very cool. And then we've also got Hooper. I'm not entirely convinced about the artwork on the boxes for these, you know. I mean, you can tell who they are, but I think it's only because it says Jaws at the side of it. Hello, I see Gap's joined us as well. Hello there, Gap. So yeah, there's Hooper. And there he is with all his accessories. Doesn't seem to come with as many accessories as Quint by the look of it, but I suppose what do you put with him? What do you put with him? Very cool. Very, very, very cool. I'm not sure if there's any more to come out in this series because I don't recall pre-ordering any more than these two. I could be wrong. It's a while since I ordered these, so I could be wrong. And then we've got Hammer Horror here. Van Helsing. From the Horror of Dracula. We've already had the Christopher Lee figure, haven't we? Well, now we've got Peter Cushing's Van Helsing. How cool does he look? In fact, he looks more well there than he ever did do in real life. Customer once said to me about Peter Cushing's cameo appearance in Star Wars Rogue One. And that's that the only thing that they found wrong with him is that he looked too well. Peter Cushing never looked well, you know, a good complexion or anything in real life. He always looked quite pallid. And I think that's what this has as well. He just looks too healthy, more healthy than he ever actually really did. But it's a very cool figure. Very cool figure. Yeah, there we are. So, what's your favourite item out of that lot, peoples, eh? Maybe he needed moisturiser, says Gap. Maybe he did. Maybe he did indeed. Maybe he did indeed. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that came in this week. There probably was part of that collection because it was quite a substantial collection. And to be fair, there were boxes and boxes of DVDs. There were boxes and boxes of Horus Heresy books. Boxes and boxes of comics and graphic novels, which obviously I haven't shown you. Oh, there is one other item. So yeah, let me get the lights on in this cabinet. It's just there. Another Warhammer piece. PlayStation 3 Space Marine, the Collector's Edition. Now in there you get the soundtrack on CD. You get a, you know, the wax. What do they call them? That they have on their, you know, they tend to have them on their armour. Those things there, what do they call those? The wax things with the little script things hanging off them. Oh, it's gone. Completely gone from my mind. You get one of those in there anyway, made out of resin, like an ornamental one with two big fabric ribbons hanging off it, with all the scripts on there. You get the soundtrack CD, you get the art book, and then you also get a set of, I think it's playing cards. Well, the playing cards and the game are both still factory sealed. So it is unused, is that? And very, very expensive and hard to find now. Speaking of Warhammer, remember everyone, we've got the competition going, the giveaway for Reboot Gilliman. Mini. It is a mini. The £44 to buy of those. So it's all you have to do is send a picture of a mini that you've painted. Doesn't have to be Games Workshop. Send me a picture of the mini you've painted and a picture of yourself holding the mini, just so I know that it's well, just in case the question's ever asked, oh, have they just nicked that picture off Google? No, you haven't nicked the picture off Google, and you've sent me a picture to prove it. That's the idea behind that one. Right, I think that's almost everything. Almost everything. When I came over here and showed you the Alpha Flight, there was something else I was meant to show you. So that's the Alpha Flight. This came in as well. Amongst the many ridiculous things I ordered from Japan. R3D3 Star Tours figure. Sounds like someone's playing the guitar outside. Does anyone else hear it? So yeah, very, very cool. And we had some more, these have been in a week or so now, but I don't think I showed you them, some more of those Transformers blockies that people are going crazy for. I pulled them all to the front, there have been some sold. Oh, I forgot we also had this little guy in. You know these little VAG figures, the Vinyl Artist Gacha series? Well, we had him. We had this little chocolate ice cream scoop. I choose to believe that this is chocolate ice cream, because the alternative is something not as pleasant. And this is too cute to be that not as pleasant thing. And then these two weird fish guys with demon heads. I like that one. I like that translucent orangey red one. I think that's quite cool. And then that one, which is sort of like a more traditional, you know, antique Japanese stroke Chinese piece. And yeah, and him, that demon looking thing. So yeah, there's those came in. Tomorrow, Joe, it's Cosmic Council tomorrow. Adam says, at this point, I feel like you buy these things for the shop just for the sake of displaying them. No, they're there to sell. I get them in, and then it's up to you guys to buy them. Was there anything else that went into this cabinet this week? Don't think so. No, nothing new in there. Oh, now we've got a very cool piece in here. Let me open it so you can see it. That's right there. From, is it, oh, I forget the name now, 20,000 miles away from Earth, or 20 million miles away from Earth, or something like that. It's Ymir. The Ray Harryhausen figure. Oh, that's nice, is that? It's by X Plus. It is a vinyl figure. It was, oh, there you are, 20 million miles to Earth. There we are, to Earth. It is a Toys R Us exclusive. Straighten the sticker up. From Japan, when over there it was the 10th anniversary of Toys R Us in Japan. I've had a couple of these in before. We had Talos and you know, that Talos there, and Andy got that from Excelsior's domain. So yeah, the nice pieces of these, very, very nice pieces, and don't come up very often at all. I think they're about 2002. I think 2001. I wasn't far off, was I? Wasn't far off. And I think, is that everything? That's everything. That's everything, I believe. Yeah, I haven't put anything in the Transformers cabinet. That's unchanged this week. Yeah. I think with that, you're up to date. We've had the NECA figures in, the Jaws, the Dracula, Van Helsing. There was the Masked Rider figures. There was the Jaws game from NECA. There was all the Thanos Funko Pops and the Gauntlet, the Infinity Gauntlet. All of the Horus Heresy books you've had a look at. I'm not going to go through and show you them all cover to cover, because I think people will get a bit bored of that, if they're not already. Josh is asking if I've got issue 3 of Spider-Man versus Predator. Yes, I have. I did mean to let you know. I have got you one saved, so whenever you want, you can come in and get that. we did get the final issue of Godzilla versus the Marvel individuals. It was Thor. So we got that. I don't get a lot of individual comics in now, you see. Can't remember if I showed you the Avengers one as well. We had the Avengers one in. And yeah, with that, we're done. There were no new Marvel Legends this week, were there? I like how I'm asking you as if you know. I'm talking to myself. Part of that collection. Oh, I don't know. No, there are some more pieces here, so you can tell because it's Thanos, the Marvel Select Thanos. There was the first one that they originally brought out, and then the one that they brought out when Disney took over and they started having exclusives in the Disney store. I got excited because I thought this was a proper SH Figure Arts Thanos. It's not. It's a knockoff. First glance, I was like, oh, it's Figure Arts. And I was like, oh, no, wait a minute. That doesn't feel right at all. And yeah, you can tell with the print quality. I didn't even need to open the box. One Marvel Legends figure. He had a Black Cat. Can't imagine why that was the only one that he had. There were a few loose ones as well, but they've all sort of like been bagged and priced and put in the drawers, in the tubs. And yeah, I think that's about it. The only other things there were a couple of the Diamond Select Gallery statues of Thanos. There was a movie one from Infinity War and a comic book one, but they're in the book room at the moment, and I can't get there when I'm closed. I'm obviously closed right now. Oh, there is actually someone playing a guitar outside the shop. Right, okay. It's not just someone playing music, it's someone actually playing a guitar. Yes, I know. I'm not going to criticise. It's one of my daughter's school friends, so yeah, I won't be nasty. If I was to choose a favourite item, I mean, obviously there's the Horus Heresy. My favourite would definitely be that. The Henshin Cyborg. I love that. I think that's really, really awesome. But I'd like to know what your favourite item is, so do let me know down in the comments. And with that, I'm going to get going. Yeah. Yeah, I'm done, I think. Right, okay, guys. That'll do for tonight. Today is a little bit shoddy, was that? I know it was all over the shop, literally. And that's it, so yeah. Bye-bye. Have a good one, and I'll catch you again next week. Oh no, remember, Cosmic Council tomorrow night. Cosmic Council. Live. 8 o'clock. 8 p.m. You get me, you get Ed, and you get Andy. All three of us. Unless one of us gets ill or cancels or whatever. Hope not. See y'all tomorrow. Bye-bye.